Anybody seen Andria? I'm looking for Andria. Where's Andria?
Linda,
Andria?
I'm here.
What are you doing in a box?
It's not a box, Linda.
Well, it looks like a box.
It's not a box. It's a car. I am driving to the beach.
Okay. So you're going in a box?
It's a car. It's not a box.
I know. Did you read the book Not a Box in preschool today?
I did.
You mean this one?
That's the very book.
Okay. All right. I think I'll read this now. Antoinette Portis is the author of Not a Box. Not a Box. Why are you sitting in a box? It's not a box. Well, what are you doing on top of that box? It's not a box. Rabbit Peak. I wonder if it's a mountain. Well, why are you squirting a box? I said it's not a box. Now you're wearing a box. This is not a box. I think I see a robot there. Are you still standing around in that box? It's not a box. It's a pirate ship. It's a hot air balloon. I'm riding on an elephant in my box. It's a boat. Well, what is it then? It's my not a box. Think of all the imaginary things that you can do with a box. Give a child a box and you can have all kinds of things happening. Andria, should we see what else we could do at home?
I think we should.
It's not gonna cost you anything. Things at home. So, should we start over here?
Sounds good.
Okay. This is something, and it's kind of fallish coming up. We're going to stuff this bag, and it could be any size bag. Actually, you know, you've got small bags if you've got big bags. And, well, you're wadding up that paper. We're going to stuff this in this bag. You know why you wad paper up like that?
Why?
Well, because it's good muscles. It's beginning the writing muscles. You can also tear it. And then wad it up. All that fine motor skill, which is beginning writing for your kiddos.
So Linda, what are we doing with this bag full of
Well,
paper?
we're going to stuff this bag and then turn it into... Come on, we're going to have to tear this paper. Get this torn.
Tearing paper is fun.
It is fun. And it's something that little hands can do too.
And newspaper is perfect because it's so thin.
Right.
But it doesn't take a lot of effort. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Nope. No, it doesn't. Okay, I think we're going to make it this way. So I'm going to stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. I'm going to squeeze it. What could your imagination tell you this could be? Could be anything, couldn't it?
Could be.
Could be. Well, I was thinking it could be a pumpkin. And if you've got some paint or markers or crayons, you could decorate your bag. You could make a stem. I've got a stem on it. And then with some other scraps of paper, you could put the leaves on it for the pumpkin. And there. is a pumpkin. And this could be a baby pumpkin, a little pumpkin, whatever size you wanted to use. So, all right. Going down the road here, we have some other things using paper that you could do collage with. And all you need from home is maybe a piece of paper or something to glue these things on. Or you could have, and some glue, and something to glue on the paper. But any kind of paper would work. This is some wrapping paper. It's torn and everything, but you could cut it if you want to cut little pieces. You could tear pieces, and the tearing is good. This is old Easter grass that you could put in your collage. Here's a variety of other kinds of paper, just some paper from other artwork. Oh gosh, here's this that you could add on to this. Just different kinds of paper, scraps of paper, little pieces of paper. Here's some paint chips. Are you painting your house? Did you get any paint chips?
I did.
Okay, we'll save some of those paint chips, cut them in pieces, and you can add colors to it. Here's some.
Thinking maybe too, if you got any kind of greeting cards in the mail,
Sure.
you could use the front of your greeting card.
Right, right.
Save them.
And here's some junk mail. It should be called junk mail because the people who are sending it don't think it is. It too can be torn, or it can be cut in different shapes. This piece happens to have some different kinds of kitchen things that you could put on there. Also catalogs. Here's a food magazine. Oh, Taco Nation. We could put all kinds of food, do a food collage, just any kind of thing that you might want to do. And it doesn't have to be anything in particular. And here's another catalog with all kinds of different things that you could add to a collage. Collage are easy, and it's stuff using kind of scraps, all kinds of scraps.
And again, we're tearing in order to increase our fine motor skills, right?
Fine motors for writing
Mm-hmm.
and for scissors.
Correct.
Using scissors and those fine motor skills that you need before you can start writing. These are some things like that.
So we tear to be able to write?
Yeah. And also you do things with sensory things, like in a big tub or something, if you've got flour or if you've got sand, and all those kind of things that you can put your hands in. Water beads, sand, just
Making
plain water.
Play-Doh?
Yeah.
Playing with Play-Doh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those kind of things that you can get your hands in. That's all things.
Great.
Yeah. Then here's some things that we now. Teacher Becky came up with a name called imagination and engineering, and that is what I used to call the junk box. But the new thing is, look at these different things that you just need some of your recyclables. Make sure they're clean, and then some tape, scissors maybe, crayons, markers, those kind of things. We all have a hole punchers, those kind of things. Actually, I was just thinking of something, and
So at home, instead of sending your recycling into the big blue tub that goes to your curb, have a tub in your home that your children can shop, the Imagineering station, and they can come up with their own creations. And then when they're done with it, then it can go into your recycling, or it can go back into your tub, and they can use it again and create something brand new. Again, it is free chances to be creative.
And being creative is really important. I think the idea that you can do something on your own, that you doesn't have anything that it has to look like something. And this is just a way to get your problem solving and creating thinking skills working. And here I had to problem solve. Well, that's not going to work for me, what I'm thinking of doing. So I have to get another piece of tape and problem solve that. And so something else that's sticking up there, I think I can, uh-oh, I found something else. That changed it. And it even moves.
It does.
How about that? All kinds of things. Berries.
Any kind of collection of lids,
Boxes. And this is applesauce
or fruit
cup, toilet paper rolls,
yogurt containers.
I don't know how many times you can put two toilet paper rolls together and have binoculars, or spyglass, or put the two of them together for binoculars.
Or if you take a piece of wax paper and you rubber band it, it turns itself into a kazoo. You just have to hum into it. We're always thinking, always being creative.
I was thinking of something else and I forgot to get this back. But I think I can do it this way. I need a strip of paper. And by doing a paper collage, just a strip paper collage, I'm going to take, I have a hole punch. I can change the way it looks a little bit by punching some holes in it. And then I could even roll it on my finger or a pencil. And I've got kind of a curlicue. And if I glue it down, I'm going to use this bag as a piece of paper. And I could glue it down and make it 3D. I probably would, having other kind of paper that's a little bit sturdier might be helpful, huh?
Maybe.
So I can tear this magazine apart. I can zigzag it.
Ooh, that's a big word.
Zigzag it, which is also using our fine motor skills. And if I put it can glue it here on my piece of paper, it gets it three-dimensional. If I have a bigger piece or a thinner piece maybe, I could make it three-dimensional this way. Oh, there's a roller coaster. There's my roller coaster. And then there's the little bumps on it. So that's what I can do.
Our very youngest friends might start off with just flat paper strip
That's right.
gluing, correct?
That's right. Just little ones. And they might, but then if they cross over them, they're getting another pattern or another design in it.
Yeah.
And then they might decide to add something else to it. You know, like maybe a different kind of paper. I think I have some of these kind of paper. Oh boy, this is already zigzagged. Look at that. I could make it stand up, or I could make it lay down. It could just go every way. And there are sometimes if you roll it, it'll be kind of a spiral. I don't know if that'll work. But you know what, the children are discovering, so.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Not the way I was thinking it would work. But that's okay too.
That's okay.
That's okay. I discovered that it didn't work.
didn't
What
work.
is it what Einstein said one time? As he invented the light bulb, he says, well, I found out 1,000 ways or 1,000,000 ways that don't work.
It didn't work.
Until I found the one that did. So there we go. So these are just some things that you have around the house. Plus, I imagine that you might have tape, and there's some markers, different things like that.
So a little teacher trick too is start your kids' tape for them when they're really little, because that is really frustrating. So start some tape for them until they get their fine motor skills developed a little bit. And then they are using that tape to create. As a parent, it's important to just take a step back and just let your child figure it out and problem solve before going in to rescue.
Right. Because if we do it for them, they think that you can only do it better than they can.
All they learned is that you do it better than they can.
Right. That's with cutting.
Yep.
That's with the tearing. That's with the painting. That's with other things, all other things.
Yep.
If you do it for them, they know that you do it better than they do, and they won't want to try it.
That's
so
right.
Give them some space. Some other things that you might have around the house are things that you can paint with. And these are just, if you've got some paint at home, put a little bit of paint in a container and have a big piece of paper. And these are things, like potato mashers. The paint will wash off of them. Yeah. Makes a really neat pattern on a piece of paper. This is a little tiny hand whisker, but we call them oingy boingies.
We do. Because
that's what they do.
You say oingy boingy.
And then you press it down and it leaves another pattern. Another thing you can paint with is a little car. Run the car through the paint and it gets the paint on the wheels, and then run it all over the place. These different kinds of brushes that you can paint with, whether it's scratchy or just dobby on them. Then, some of these you possibly have around the house that you never use, but they sure make a nice pattern.
They do.
A nice print. Here's another little kind of a scrubby thing that makes a nice print. Here's a spool, thread spool. It's got, you see another pattern in it. Corks, which we needed a lot of.
You don't know if you guys have any corks around your house.
Or corkers. There's, they make nice prints as well. So that's just a few things that you have around the house. And everything we're doing here today doesn't cost a whole lot. Just it's trying to make it some things that's really easy and fun things around. Another thing is go on a nature walk. And look outside, look in your house, around your house, in a nature walk. And one of the things, maybe before you go, you have some things that you're looking for specifically. So, you might look for some round things. You might look for some flat things. You might look for different colored things. You might look for a certain number of things. Like, how about 4 sticks?
4 sticks.
4 sticks. Great. Okay. We found 4 sticks, and we're going to build a picture frame. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a picture frame. It's a frame. And in that frame, we found some other things on our nature walk that we might want to use to embellish this. And one of the neat things, let's see. I found some sunflowers. Let's see what we could do with this. Okay. How about, woo! Look at these. We found these pods. Oh, look at those kind of pods. And then there are some seeds. I wonder if we put, oh, look at these acorns. We can count the acorns as we're going. Do we have another pod? We can do, if we do it symmetrical.
That's what I'm wondering.
I wonder if we could do that.
That guy has 2.
Right? We got a pattern here. 2, 1, 2, 1. I think I want to add a little bit of fur on here. But it's not fur, and it's going to blow away. But you don't want it in your house.
No. This is an outside.
This is an outside one. But then I've got the pod that it was in, that I could do something with that too, and it sticks to my fingers. It does. So we did that, but now let's do something else with this. We can start all over. We just pick it up, put it away. Now, what would you like to do? What do you want to start with, Andria? You pick something this time.
I think I might like to scatter these.
Those are the leaves of that plant, huh?
They are.
With those pods?
Yes.
Okay.
And then maybe the flowers. All of our floaties are, but I would probably put the seeds in there as well.
Yeah.
And then you could just keep creating this. Take a bag with you on your nature walk or your walk every day and collect new things to add. And most of this stuff can dry, and you can have this as an outside project all the time.
Right, right. The other thing is you can take a picture of it.
Yes.
Then take it apart.
Yep.
And then take another picture, even using the same things, and how many different ways you used the same things, and how many different pictures you got out of it.
Yep.
Loose parts things.
Rocks.
Oh, rocks.
We could have put rocks in this today.
We could put rocks in it today.
And then I was thinking we could also use these collections to have a nature collage with glue to keep inside.
Right. Put it on a piece of paper or on a paper plate.
Perfect.
Glue it on a paper plate.
Yep.
And if you do that, you can even hang them up.
That's great.
All kinds of things that you have around your house.
Yeah.
Finished. I think that we have a song to end this. It's one of my favorite songs, and I don't know whether children will know this song or not. But if you do, it's what you might do after you've been out for a walk. And I'm going to sit down to do this one. It's about, and this has got some numbers in it. So before we do that song, let's backtrack a little bit. Some of the things that we have done in these different things, we talked about the small motor, the fine motor, the sensory things. Also the science of these kind of colors or the kind of different patterns that we have, the patterns that we have in the nature things, putting nature things together, the aesthetics of all the different kinds of things that we found outdoors. All those different things, and we've got shapes, we've got sizes, we've got science in these colors, and the colors mixing, and these things and the seeds. Why are these seeds blowing away? Why are these seeds blowing away? What are they doing?
So I see science and math as well.
Right, because you've got symmetry, how many acorns we've got in here, how many flowers did we decide to put in it? Do we want to count how many leaves that we have here? That's quite a few leaves in this one.
There's a lot of leaves.
There's a lot of leaves. But then we also did with the pods, we had them in twos, ones, twos, which was a pattern. That's all math. So this is all the things that we've done, and then we've the imagination that we used to do the creative thinking and the creative thinkings of the story with the box and everything. And this is one the song is one that's got math in it, and it's got backwards counting, it's got forwards counting, it's talking about sound and all those kind of things. And this is one of our favorites. It's called 5 Little Hot Dogs, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little hot dogs, and here's my pan. Ready? 5 little hot dogs frying in the pan. The oil got hot and one went bam. Oh, now we have 4. Well, let's see. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little hot dogs frying in the pan. The oil got hot and one went bam. Uh-oh. How many now? There's only 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 little hot dogs frying in the pan. The oil got hot and one went bam. Wonder what happened to the others. Bam, bam, it broke. So we have 2. 1, 2. Okay. 2 little hot dogs frying in the pan. The oil got hot and one went bam. Uh-oh. There's only 1 left. Oh my. Okay, here we go. 1 little hot dog frying in the pan. The oil got hot and one went bam. How many now? How many now?
None.
No.
0.
0. I have no little hot dogs. No little hot dogs frying in the pan. The oil got hot and the pan went bam. We're finished.